wide receiver from Iowa, caught the out, took it in for a touchdown. He completely lost leverage, but I still believe he's a big-time football player and a first-round pick. One-on-ones down the other end, Paulie. Ryan McBean going against
first go against the offensive lineman in one-on-one. Win one battle, and the very next play, the other guy comes back and wins the battle. Great move.
Nice.
Is that Johnson?
Yeah,
Somebody advantage.
Well, what the scouts are looking for is not your first or your initial first. Number two, how do you use your hand?
Number 67, Ryan Galil, highly thought of offensive lineman from USC.
He's only 287 pounds. He might get eaten alive by a big nose, but you see what happened there? Tank said, I'm going to try and get under the leverage play.
No, not a chance.
Did you see him bend at the knees?
What's the old expression, Mike? Low man wins, and it appeared early.
I think he can play 10 to 12 years in a zone scheme like a Denver would love him. 287 pounds, but he's a little bit under strength. He still has to get bigger and stronger, but he's got the frame, and he also has the footwork. Look, that's a lockout. That's a win by Joe. I really like him as a future. He might go late one, early two, but look at the strength.
He's a guy that looks to me like his best
slash guard. I think he's going to be a guard at the next level, no question. But Watt Moses tried to make a move on him. Blaylock ate it up. Outside speed rush. That's what Moses is right there. But he's an outside explosive.
Number 93 is Ryan McBean, defensive lineman from...
I think the top guards in the country are here today. I look at Grubbs, I look at Sears, and I look at Blaylock. All three of them
will be invited to participate in the annual NFL Scouting Combine. It is always an intense 4-day job interview. This February, watch exclusive, in-depth.
Yeah, but when you put the tape on, he's one of those high school wrestlers that gets his hands on you and it's all over.
He's strong, too. Big bench guy.
That's a lockout. That's a win offense. There, Hugo, Sears, Khalil. This is Tony Hugo from Arkansas. Had a great senior season working against Pittman. He pushed some extra reps in spring practice. He's an ascending tackle. That's a nice job now. Will Powers can shut the door. Watch what happens here. Inside, take your right foot, drive it. There you go. Nice job negating the inside move of Pittman.
Guy that you look at, you're trying to project how much better will he get with more reps on the next level. Ray McDonald here rushing from the outside, Mike. You said earlier he's a 3 technique, which means to the inside, so maybe here rushing a little out of position.
Well, actually, Paul, I think what he might be, he gets there.
I like when you guys are talking about all these different techniques of all mean different things, and that's part of the universal language that they talk in football. Number 63 there is Justin Blaylock. Someone, if you started checking how
contender for the national championship, you're going to get a lot of attention. He's a good football player. I think he might be a third-round player. So, really, he's got a lot to prove to show he can be consistent every snap.
Inside the guard, and he played that the last 7 games of the year. So that gave the NFL scouts 7 games of tape of him playing guard, which is where it appears that he's projected for the NFL.
There's Aaron Sears.
There you go.
Against McBean, and I'll tell you what, McBean.
Point of attack pretty darn well as I watched him play a couple of years at Oklahoma State against some pretty good competition.
And because so many teams are playing the 3-4, he's also long enough at 6'4.5" to be considered the 5 technique, the 3-4 defensive end. So because of his versatility, the strength to play inside,
well, so it's good to see coaches get their opportunities to work their way up the ranks.
A lot of offside. Was a kick slide right there. He loses right there. That's the hold.
There's the
holding.
That's a programs or so-called smaller schools may have been told by the so-called Big 12s, SECs, Big 10s.
Bad thing for an offensive line. Watch him bend at the waist right there. Instead of the knees, you got to shuffle your feet.
Don't bend at the waist.
Bend your knees in a box. So he's a little bit more comfortable, I think, in the box than Troy is.
Mike, let me ask you this question about Chris Lee.
Bad throw there. The way he showed maturity in handling, A, the new system, and B, the fact that they ran quarterbacks in and out as his senior year. So I think all he did was help himself because he dealt with some adversity. That's what this week is about.